Are we recording?
Humanity and down with the art and science of caring. We are built on integrity and discipline that transcends through every generation. Immaculate and amicable, we are the source of hope to anyone and the foundation for building a healthy world. Together we shall stand. No seas of grace, no seas of caring, and epitome of humility and service. We are specially ordained for this vocation. Yes, I'm proud to be an us. From near and far we have gathered with one goal. To uphold the good name of our profession and for neatness and splendor. You for understanding, R for responsiveness, S for selfless service, I innovative and initiative, N for honorability, G for gentleness and love. No seas of grace, no seas of caring, and epitome of humility and service. We are specially ordained for this occasion. Yes, I'm proud to be an
Thank you very much. Indeed, you are great, you are special, you are innovative. Please, can we put our hands together for ourselves? You have a very beautiful anthem. Today is the first day I will be listening to the anthem of nurses, and I must say that it is beautiful. It is beautiful. For those just coming in, please get settled so that we can move forward. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I welcome everybody, especially to the University of Medical Sciences, Ondo. For the benefit of those who have never been to this institution, we make bold to say it anywhere we go to, that we are the envy of Ondo State and the pride of medical science education in Nigeria. And without doubt, we epitomize excellence in all that we do. Excellence revolves around all facets of the activities of this university. And when you look at what we are looking at also today, at the center of it all today is the theme of this conference: innovations in patient care, exploring new technologies and strategies for improving patients' outcomes. Perhaps Philips Emeagwali, when he made this statement early 2000, that the currency of the 21st century is no longer dollar, is no longer euro, but the currency of this century is actually knowledge, because it is what you know that will give you an edge in the society. There cannot be innovation without knowledge. Knowledge plays a very critical role in what we do. And the rate at which knowledge moves now, it moves at the speed of light. What you claim to know right now could be stale in the next few minutes. It therefore calls for learning, unlearning, and relearning from time to time. And that is the essence of what we are here to do in the next 2 days at the Faculty of Nursing Sciences conference. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, once again, I welcome you to this beautiful university. I thought you would appreciate the school by putting your hands together for the university. On behalf of the acting vice chancellor of this university, Professor Adolphus Odogun Loto, I welcome you, and its representative is actually here. Without any further ado, I will quickly want to introduce some of the invited guests, people that will occupy this empty seat. These seats are not supposed to be empty, and they are here with us. In absentia, I recognize the acting vice chancellor, Professor Loto. Please a round of applause for him. And for time, I use him as a point of contact to all other principal officers who are also unavoidably absent. Some of them still said they might be joining us, so we are expecting them. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for this particular occasion, a man is here with us wearing several caps. He has been dean of different faculties in this university, a consummate, urbane, and cerebral man, representing the acting vice chancellor here this morning and wearing the cap of the acting vice chancellor for this occasion, Professor Wasiu Adebiunpe. Please a round of applause for him as he comes to this side of the divide. Thank you, sir. I also want to bring to this side of the divide the keynote speaker for today's event. She's been around for a long time, waiting patiently for us to start. I would not say much about her for now until she's about to give a talk. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please let's put our hands together for Dr. Adesho. Ma, if you are to find me, then you find the Faculty of Nursing Sciences. It is what they put here. And Professor Ogunfowokan. If there's any blunder you must not commit in the academic environment, is to demote a professor to the rank of a doctor, or you take a doctor and you call him or her Mrs. or Mr., you are committing what we call academic harakiri in protocol. Prof, we are indeed very sorry for that blunder. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for her one more time. I also want to bring to this side of the divide this morning the Pioneer Dean, Faculty of Nursing Sciences. She was the Dean of the faculty between 2018 and 2019, Professor Abimbola Oluwatosin. I also quickly want to recognize this morning in our midst the Director of Nursing Services in Ondo State. That is telling you that this is not a program that is limited to Unimed. It covers the country. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please let's put our hands together for Mrs. Iyabo Aliu as she comes to this side of the divide. Also, very quickly this morning, I want to bring to this side the host of this particular event. And I know without thinking for too long, you should be able to hazard a guess who the host. This is an event of the Faculty of Nursing Sciences. And the Dean of the faculty is here with us. I recognize Dr. Edward in our midst this morning. Also in our midst this morning is one of the speakers billed to talk to us today. And I have the honor of introducing her and at the same time, respectfully asking her to also come to this side of the divide. The Director of Nursing Services, University of Medical Science Teaching Hospital, Mrs. Feyintola Ajetumobi. Interesting. The applause is different. It must be special to them. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that applause is loaded with meaning. I'm 100% sure how special she is to you. And one thing I picked, even from your anthem, is that nurses, they are special. Nurses, they are great. Nurses, they are caring. I listen attentively to it. And the interesting part of it is that nursing are actually very innovative. And for that reason, let's also do something maybe a bit innovative for all of you. Because without you, the people here cannot be talking to an empty hall. May I ask you to please stand? All of you. I want to show how special you are to yourself. Before we quickly, let's get that one done. You are very special, and you are the last set of people I'm introducing. Can you please raise your right hand up? Everybody. Thank you. Raise it up. Put it on your left shoulder. Yeah. Your right hand, put it on your left shoulder. Raise your left hand. Then put it on your right shoulder. Okay? Because you are special, you have just given yourself a big hug. Please put your hands together for yourself. Thank you. Then you may be seated. And also quickly, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I recognize Dr. Oluwafemi in our midst. They have given me two things about Dr. Oluwafemi this morning. Dr. Oluwafemi representing the Dean, Postgraduate School, representing also the Dean, Faculty of Science. That's to tell you she's a Dean in the making. You are welcome, ma'am. Without any further ado, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we recognize others as they come, as the event unfolds. But for us to buy time, we'll move straight into the program of today. And what we have next is the opening remarks by the acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Adolphus Loto, ably represented here this morning by Professor Wasiu Adebiunpe. Please, a round of applause for him as he gives his opening remarks.
Thank you very much. The acting dean of the Faculty of Nursing Sciences, Dr. Mary Edward. I don't know whether to call dean of deans now, because when she was dean in this university, I was HOD. I'm talking about year 2018 and 19. The pioneer dean of the Faculty of Nursing, our mama, Professor Oluwatosin. You are blessed. The guest lecturer, I greet you. The Director of Nursing Services at the level of the state, I greet you as well. Our dear mama, the Director of Nursing Services in the University Teaching Hospital, I also greet you. That's on this side. I greet all members of the faculty. I say good morning, the great Faculty of Nursing Sciences in the university. Other members of the faculty. I don't want to skip anybody, so I will greet all of us. In one way or the other, we are related to the Faculty of Nursing in the university. Nursing students who are here, I also greet us, and I say good morning to everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Glory be to God Almighty. today is the day we have been waiting for, and we thank God that the program has commenced. On behalf of the acting Vice Chancellor of this university, Professor Adolphus Odogun Loto, I greet each and every one of us, and I welcome us specially to this two-day conference put together by the Faculty of Nursing Sciences in the university. My VC will have been here, but he's on another assignment outside the state. He's with us physically and spiritually, and he wish the faculty and all of us the best of luck in this two-day exercise. So on behalf of the Vice Chancellor and the management of this university, I want to assure you that they are 100% in support of this program. They approved the holding of this program, and on behalf of them, I want to welcome all of us. The Faculty of Nursing, according to the Vice Chancellor, is a vibrant faculty with a lot of achievements. Even if I was not used to the faculty a lot when I was I was used, of course. Even when I was the head of the department in community medicine, I could remember one of the faculties, then department, that I would say I'm a friend of the department was the Faculty of Nursing. But we can see the remarkable positive leadership of Dr. Ms. Edward in the last 4 years. You are well done, ma'am. There is no way I could be far from nurses. No way. Two of my children are graduate nurses. And that anthem, just that I don't know everything, but I'm always in love with that anthem anywhere they sing the anthem. So I want to appreciate nursing as a profession. The title of today's lecture at this opening ceremony could not have come at a better time than this. The title, as we all are aware, is Innovations in Patient Care, exploring new technologies and strategies for improving patient outcome. This is the future of not only nursing, but healthcare generally, wherever you are all over the world. The use of digital technologies and so on and so forth. We all know the importance of new diagnostic tools, importance of new treatment tools, the likes of robotics, the likes of value-based care, patient-based care. I don't want to exhaust that, otherwise it's as good as going into the lecture. And I want the lecturer to come and do justice to the topic. Just to mention some of those methodologies. So it's a lecture you will enjoy a lot, and it's a lecture that will open your eyes to innovations in the area of nursing and healthcare. I want to believe that the lecturer will actually do justice to that. So rest very well, don't sleep, sit back and enjoy the lecture when it's being given. Once again, I welcome each and every one of us. Thank you for registering. Thank you for being a part of the nursing faculty. Thank you for being a part of the great profession of nursing. Before I say I wish us the best of luck, I want to congratulate formally the Faculty of Nursing on this feat. It's a very great achievement to put this two-day program together in our university. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
I think we can do much better than what we have just done. Thank you so much, sir. About to put with me. Program. Sorry, excuse me. Sir, it's a pool, Ẹ má worry, ó yé mi. Right now, we are getting. Oh. Something happened in a church long ago. I won't mention the name of the church, but it's one of those Orthodox churches. When the priest was to minister to the congregation, the priest, just like me, uses glasses. Unfortunately, he left his glasses at home. And when they were to sing a particular hymn, he almost turned it upside down, but he found a way around it. For time, I could have taken us through that particular hymn so that you will have noticed what happened that day. What happened to the priest that day has happened to me. Not once, but twice. Today, at this event. I had to call them in the office. Please help me bring my glasses. But strangely enough, I guess overconfidence also made me not to use it when I stood here. And what the priest did that day, I've actually done what the priest also did. But in my own case, there's a way to rectify it. But that will be done along the program. The dean should have spoken before the vice chancellor, and when the vice chancellor speaks, you don't speak after him. And therefore, I'm using my power for being in charge of this moderation, that what the dean will do eventually, the dean will be closing this session when we are done with the keynote address. She will speak, she will appreciate everybody at that point, and that's the best I think we can do. And I tender my unreserved apology to the dean of the faculty so that we don't keep committing protocol blunders by asking her to speak after the vice chancellor. I want to believe my apology is accepted. Going forward, no more overconfidence. Then I use the glasses. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, what we will do next is to take the keynote address. If you are holding the program, you will notice that we put the keynote address after the group photograph, meaning that after the opening. But we had to do some housekeeping in the process and then bring the keynoter back into the opening ceremony. The essence of keynote address is to set the tone for the plenary discussions, for the various lectures that will follow. And this is the right time for us to set the tone for it. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I please crave the indulgence of our keynoter for this event, Professor Adeshola Ogunfowokan, to please stand. And not just standing, I want you, Ma, to please come to this side as I read your citation for you to take. Thank you, Ma. All right. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Professor Adeshola Ogunfowokan was born 55 years ago to the family of late Mr. Johnson and Mrs. Modupe Oshokoya at Odedayo, Ilugun Ijebu, Ogun State, Nigeria. She had her primary and secondary education in the same town and graduated in 1981 and 1986 respectively. She proceeded to the Obafemi Awolowo University to study nursing and graduated in 1996. In her quest for knowledge, She furthered her education in the same university for her master's and PhD degrees in community health nursing and graduated in 2006 and 2011 respectively. In the course of her academic program, she registered with the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria as a general nurse practitioner, midwife, and public health nurse. In 2011, she was inducted as a fellow of West African College of Nursing. Professor Ogunfowokan also had a Sigma Indian-sponsored postdoctoral fellowship at the Johns Hopkins University School of Nursing, Baltimore, United States of America in 2014. Professor Ogunfowokan began her career as a bedside nurse at the Oluwakoseunti Medical Center, an hospital for women located in Ile-Ife, and later moved to Obafemi Awolowo University Teaching Hospitals Complex in 1999 to work at the community department of the hospital. Her desire to impact knowledge prompted her to take up appointment as a clinical instructor at the Department of Nursing Science, Obafemi Awolowo University in 2000. She later took up academic appointment in the same department in 2006 as lecturer 2 and has since risen through the career to the rank of professor in 2018. Professor Ogunfowokan has obtained 10 scholarships, 8 awards, and 2 fellowships, some of which include the Japan International Cooperation Agency JICA grant in 2008, the Carnegie Grant, OAU Learned Conference Grant, Sigma Theta Tau International Leadership Education Grant, Tertiary Education Trust Fund, TED Fund, Consortium for Advanced Research Training in Africa Carter Grant, Informatics Development for Access to Health in Africa Fellowship. She also received the National Award as a trainer in distance learning education given by the British Council and the National University Commission in 2011. As of today, she has received research grants to the tune of about 300,000 US dollars. She was the principal investigator in 2 of the grants, and the most recent is the TED Fund NRF grant on whistleblowing for sexual violence prevention. In 2018, she participated in a clinical trial sponsored by Unilever to determine the bioavailability of iron in iron-fortified bouillon cubes in healthy Nigerian women. Professor Ogunfowokan is an academic to the core. She teaches both undergraduate and graduate students and has supervised 13 MSc and 4 PhD students, and currently supervising 2 MSc and 3 PhD students. She is a reviewer to many nursing and non-nursing journals, and also an editorial board member to 3 journals, both locally and internationally. She has 59 journal article publications and 4 published book chapters. A Google Scholar, H and I-10 index are 15 and 18 respectively, with citation of 1,585. That is huge. I thought you would appreciate that. Administratively, she was the acting head of department between 2015 and 2017 and was returned as the head of department in 2024. Professionally, Professor Ogunfowokan has contributed to nursing and healthcare delivery. She is a member of many professional bodies, both nationally and internationally. She was the Vice President, Nigeria, Chi Omicron at Large, chapter of Sigma Theta Tau International, between 2017 and 2019. And she was the pioneer president of Alpha Alpha Upsilon chapter of SCTI located in Obafemi Awolowo University. She has attended many local and international conferences and has delivered papers in those conferences, including public lecture. Professor Ogunfowokan is also an examiner to many universities in Nigeria and a facilitator to the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria, NMCN. She also participated in the development of modules for NMCN and the West African College of Nursing. Distinguished audience, Professor Ogunfowokan is a family woman and she's married to Professor Aderemi Ogunfowokan, and blessed with 3 children.
Good morning, the Vice Chancellor, ably represented by Professor Wasiu, the Dean of the Faculty, Dr. Mrs. Edward, and the host for today. I also say good morning to the Dean of Science, because I think she was recognized this morning. Good morning, I welcome you to this program. The Director of Nursing Service Ondo State, Mrs. Aliu, you're welcome. And the Director of Nursing, Unimed, unfortunately I've forgotten your name. Good morning, ma. Good morning to all nursing leaders present here. Good morning to Unimed faculty present here. Good morning to students, nursing students present here. All other invited guests, I say good morning to you all. The media persons, gentlemen of the press, I say good morning. Once again, I say good morning, everybody. First and foremost, let me say thank you to the management of the institution for deeming me worthy to come and present this keynote speech for, I guess this is a maiden conference, is it? The second keynote speech for the Faculty of Nursing Conference. And I also want to thank the Dean of the Faculty of Nursing and everyone involved in my invitation. You could have invited somebody else, but I see it as a great honor to be here to deliver this keynote speech. I say thank you, everyone. I've been given this particular, I don't know why my slide is not showing. It's supposed to be showing here so that the Yes, I've been given this particular title to speak on this morning. And I discovered that this is the trend now in terms of lectures among nursing groups, looking at innovations, looking at technology as far as healthcare system is concerned, as far as nursing care is concerned. In 2023, if I'm right, or maybe 2024, I delivered a lecture in Bowen on artificial intelligence and decision-making in nursing. And it's almost similar to this. Recently, two months ago, I was in the Army College of Nursing. They also did something on research, innovation, and technology. And that is the trend all over the world. We are all moving technology. And it's important that we as nurses, we move along with this trend. We should not be left behind. And I'm so happy that Unimed is also looking at innovation, technology, and patient outcome at this particular point in time. This is very, very important. And my prayer is that you and I will key into technological advancement as far as healthcare system is concerned. For my presentation this morning, I am hopeful that you will be able to list and describe the various technological tools and innovations in patient care. And you'll be able to discuss the benefits and challenges of innovation in patient care. And then you'll be able to explain how you and I can be innovators as far as our healthcare system is concerned. And so I'm going to follow this outline in my presentation this morning. We all know that the healthcare system is evolving rapidly. In fact, in Nigeria today, I'm proud to say that nursing is no longer where it was, even 5 years ago. Even 5 years ago, when I was a nursing student, nursing was not popular. Yesterday, I still remember, when I was in 300 level, I wanted to leave nursing. People were like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What is people like you? People like you, what are you doing in nursing? I nearly left the profession as a student. But I thank God that today, I am a nurse. I'm not just a nurse, I am a proud nurse. And wherever I find myself, I'm always proud to say that I am a nurse because of the level in which nursing is in Nigeria and all over the world. Everybody now wants their world to be a nurse. Even when you don't want to be a nurse, your mother will say, your father will say, go and be a nurse. Why? Because they want you to travel out of the country. But if that is the issue, it is good for us. Because people that you least expected that will put their children in nursing, they are now putting their children in nursing. And I'm happy that the representative of the Vice Chancellor has two of his kids as graduate nurses. Congratulations, sir. So let me say that the healthcare landscape is evolving. And there is shortage of healthcare professionals. And because there is shortage of healthcare professionals, nurses are increasingly facing burnout. Nurses are getting tired. Because when you're supposed to nurse 4 patients in a day, you are nursing like 10, 15 patients as a single nurse. And so the burnout is overwhelming on nursing professionals. And so because of that, innovation is driving the use of technology to reduce this burnout, to bring about quality nursing care, and to bring about effective nursing care in our healthcare industry. And so, technology can never be underrated as far as improving the outcomes of our patients is concerned. And so, we all need to key into it. Myself and yourself should key into technology. And we should key into that innovation that we are talking about. This morning, we are going to look at some of these. They are inexhaustible. Because when I was searching, I was preparing for this lecture, I discovered that they are inexhaustible. But we'll look at some of these just to broaden your attention and awareness that you and I can be there to bring this innovation into nursing in Nigeria. And I'm going to start with the pain squad. The lecture I said I delivered in Army College of Nursing 2 months ago, I presented a video on the pain squad. The pain squad is a gamified app. It's an app that was developed by a nurse. This particular nurse, as a researcher, she was the principal investigator in that team. Her name is Dr. Stinson, an associate professor of nursing in a university in Toronto, Canada. They got a grant. The problem they were trying to solve is that adolescents with cancer problems, they usually find it difficult to express themselves when they are on chemotherapy, to be able to state which of the drugs are actually effective in reducing pain. And they wanted something that would be interesting to the adolescents. So in that research, they developed what we call a pain scored app. And that app was an iPhone compatible app. And this app will collect data on pain intensity, the duration of the pain, the location of the pain, the impact the pain has on the adolescent's life, maybe your relationship, in your schoolwork, your sleep mode, your sleep, your mood, and the likes. That app will collect that information. And how did they do it? They ensured that the app was done in form of a game, something that will interest an adolescent. And when you hear scarred means maybe a police officer, somebody, a law enforcement agent. And they did that app in such a way that the adolescent will receive 2 alerts in a day. The first alert will be like, okay, can you tell me where you are having the pain? On your face, on your back, the figure, everything is there in that app. It's just a matter of touching and touching and touching and clicking. And when you are able to answer about 20 questions using that app, you get an award. You say, oh, well done, get your award. And you will see a police officer that in that app that will say, well done. I will see you very soon for the next data collection. And inside that app, there are different short drama, that were spread inside that app. Then those drama were those that were done by renowned police dramatists in Canada. There were police dramatists that they knew. So it was really a very interesting app. And at the end of the day, they were able to discover which drug is actually working well to reduce pain, which one is not working well, what is the intensity of the pain that this adolescent is experiencing. It's just that I did not bring the video here this morning because I have another video I'm going to show you. But if you go online, you go to YouTube video, just type pain scored, see kids, you will see a 3-minute video of what this app is all about. What I'm trying to say is that a nurse conducted a research with some team to develop this app to solve a particular problem. And myself and yourself can also do this. This is one of the innovations we are seeing now in nursing care. This is one of the innovations we are seeing now in healthcare to be able to improve patient outcome. What of the electronic handoff applications that we call handing over? We generally call handing over here. You nurses that work in the hospital, when there's need for you to hand off, it can take you like 30 minutes. Maybe you are in a room, the night nurse and the morning duty nurse, you are together. Oh, patient 1 is this, patient 2 is this, patient 3 is this. This is what we did, this is what we are going to do. And some researchers felt that, look, the time it takes to hand off is too much. Isn't there a better way of doing this to reduce the time and to make it much more, interesting to do? And what did they do? They ensured that the electronic record in a particular hospital have an aspect, a portion where you can do handing over. That particular section of that electronic health record will automatically import information of that patient you want to hand over to that particular page. We import it, the laboratory information, the demographic data, and everything will be there. And then you as the nurse, just go there, you type. Okay, with this patient now, the next line of action is this and is this and this. Actually, this particular app, when it was created for resident doctors. But at the end of the day, they discovered that 50% of users of this app were nurses. They found it very, very useful. And just 40% were physicians or physician assistants or nurse practitioners. And 10% were pharmacists. These are innovations, these are technologies that are being brought into patient care. And we can do the same in Nigeria. And of course, we are in the world of robotics. Robotics now can collect data from patients, can go to the patient bedside, collect the data, send it to a central point. Robotic now can go to the store, go and bring a suctioning machine for you. When you are busy, you don't have to go there and bring it. You don't need an assistant to go and do that for you. Robotics will go around to bring whatever information you need to collect laboratory results and bring it to you on the world. And look at what this robot is also doing. This robot is also doing what? Lifting patient for you. This is an era of technology. This particular robot is lifting patients. This was done in Japan. And we can do the same here. What of the era of wearable devices? Now you can have your smartwatch now that will record your vital signs, your temperature, your pulse, your heart rate. You don't have to be in the hospital to do that. You get this wearable, wherever you are, it might be in your house, as it's measuring it, it's sending that data to your hospital. For your primary physician or your primary nurse to assess your data. And there are some that will alert you and say, look, there is danger. There is danger. Your heart rate is high. And then you are even invited from the hospital and say, look, the information we got from your wearable device says your heart rate is so is high, it's about 150. You need to come over. These are innovations we are talking about. What of the smartphone stethoscope? There are some smartphone now that can do the work that your stethoscope can do. And you see, one thing that amazes me is that people that develop this, yes, they are ICT people, but they cannot do it alone. They need you and I to give them information on what to develop. You have to be there. Without you there, they can't do anything. Because they don't know how it should work. They don't know the information you need. You have to be part of it. No engineer can develop a robot to be used in the hospital without the input of the nurse, without the input of the doctor, without the input of the pharmacist. You have to work together. And you know, myself and yourself can even initiate this. You know where the problems are when it comes to patient care. Oh, we need this. We need to do this. And then you set up a committee. You get all these computer engineers. You get all these data analysts. I said, look, we have this problem. Can you help us? Can we develop something to resolve this issue? Is there anything we can do to resolve this issue? I want to show this particular video for us to see. This video, I showed it in Bowen 2 years ago. And I so much love it. To tell you where we are going in the healthcare industry. And Nigerian nurses, Nigerian healthcare system, we cannot afford to lag behind. We cannot afford to lag behind. We must also follow them. We must pursue them. So this is just a 3-minute video for us to just listen. Oh, what's happening? It's not. Will you play it? Okay, it's play. No, will you play? It's not even play. Okay.
Take your blood pressure. Please make sure the cup is on by pressing the orange button on its side.
Because we have this avatar that talks to you and you can talk back to, it makes people way more engaged. to be a part of their lives every day. So our avatar Molly, she can check in with the patient every single morning, more than once a day if that's needed. She can ask the patients how they're doing. She can collect really important information such as their weight or their blood pressure, glucose levels, ask them relevant questions to whatever condition they might have. And all this information can be funneled back to the clinician seamlessly so that the clinician can just be alerted to which patients are actually possibly having an issue that day.
Your weight is 190.9 pounds. You did not gain any weight. That's good. Now let's take your blood pressure. Please make sure the cuff is on by pressing the orange button on the side of the
Because
cuff.
we have this avatar that talks to you and you can talk back to, it makes people way more engaged because patients have told me it's comforting to have her. It's like someone's holding my hand and they would rather talk to her than just use an app on their phone. And because of that engagement level, they're more likely to do these types of things to keep themselves healthier.
Is 149/94. Your pulse is 81 beats per minute. Your blood pressure is a bit high today. We will keep monitoring that. Now that we are done taking your vitals, I want to ask you more about how you are feeling. If you are experiencing shortness of breath, is it worse than normal? Anything else you want to tell me?
No.
Because of your results this morning, you need to check in with the nurse to see if there are any adjustments you need to make to your clinical routine. It's outside of regular office hours, but I can still connect you with someone. Would you like me to do so? All right. A nurse will give you a call back on the next business day to see how your blood pressure is a bit high. Thanks for your time, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Yes. Sensely, we talk to her tomorrow. We talk to her
I want to
tomorrow.
ask you more
Talk to her
about how you are
tomorrow.
feeling.
Talk to her
If
tomorrow.
you are experiencing some breath, is it worse
Hello?
than normal?
Okay. Sensely, we talk to her tomorrow. This is one of the innovations we are talking about when it comes to artificial intelligence. The chatbot that you can have right in your house, right on your app, right on your tablet or on your phone to monitor, especially for those people with chronic illnesses, to monitor your vitals, and then immediately the information is sent back to the central point. Day by day, you don't have to go to the hospital to go, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do that. These are some of the innovations that is being brought into healthcare. And that, you can see, Cecily was asking, would you like to talk to a nurse? He said, no, but your blood pressure is high today. I said, okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. These are the things that are being done now outside our country. Yes, everybody is just looking for what can we do to make it better. What can we do to improve the life of people? What can we do to make our healthcare system better? It is not about professional rivalry. It is not about whatever you may call it. It is about the life of our patients, the health of our people, our society. Everybody is living healthily. That is what should be our focus. That is what should be our desire. Enough of rivalry in our healthcare system. We need to move forward and bring technology to be able to improve and to bring about quality patient outcomes. We talk about portable patient monitor. We know that we have monitors in our hospitals. Some of our hospitals have monitor. In our ICU, we have it. But now we have portable monitors that you can use in your house, that we monitor, and at the end of the day, information is transmitted back to the central monitor. Of course, our smart beds. What type of beds do we still use in our hospitals? Smart beds that can adjust themselves. You don't have to be there to roll and roll and roll. It will adjust itself. It will also monitor and take vital signs of the patient that is inside the bed. When the patient is coming out of the bed, the nurse in another place is being alerted that your patient is leaving the bed now. A sensor is sent. There is a censored bed. These are the new innovations we are talking about that we make use of. And no wonder our people are leaving the country because you want to work in an environment where you yourself, you are happy, you are not burned out. You have everything you need to work with. The environment is pleasant, it's permissible. The environment is such that you are even happy within yourself that you are a nurse. It is not an environment where you find it difficult to wash your hands. The tap is not flowing, the water is not running. It is not an environment where you are in the theater, the light is off. It's not an environment you have a patient and there's no oxygen to administer. You have to call and call and call to bring the cylinder of oxygen. Everything is in situ within the hospital environment. Who will not want to work there? Yeah, we are talking about pull and push syndrome. Something is pulling our people out of the country. Those things pulling them out. Why can't we put them here so that they will be pulled back rather than pushing them out of our country? Smart beds will help to reduce nurse workload as they can adjust themselves automatically according to the needs of each patient. What of digital nurse call system? You can be in your house as a nurse, as a primary nurse, primary care nurse. Your patient calls you from Lagos and say, look, my nurse, this is what is happening to me. What should I do? And from there, you get information on the device that you have. Your patient also has that device, and you can easily interact. Now, everybody's talking about patient portals today. Just like you as students, you have portal, isn't it? You want to register on Unimed portal, you go there, you register, you log in, isn't it? Now we are having patient portals. Patients can go online, the Unimed Teaching Hospital, create a portal, enter their information, and from there, they interact with whosoever the physician in charge. Appointment, is booked for the patient. The patient can go there to see the information about himself or herself. These are the things that we need to, as institutions, we need to have. When after my discharge from the hospital, I should be able to go to my portal and see what has happened to me. I should be able to still relate with my physician without even coming to the four walls of the hospital through my portal. These are innovations that people are bringing into the healthcare industry. And I challenge you generations, because many of you are tech compliant. You can do this for your institution. And you can also do this. When you finish, you can have an organization where what you are interested in is bringing technology into the healthcare industry. We have some of our products doing that now. Some time ago, I spoke to one of our alumni who told me that, Ma, where I'm going to now is robotic nursing. I said, good, go ahead. We need people like you in Nigeria. We have some who are data analysts now, analyzing healthcare data to bring about information, to solve problems, to bring about solution. You can be part of that development. These tools empower patients to access their health information, schedule appointments, and communicate with their healthcare teams. And this does not cost us anything to do. We've been talking about telehealth almost 2 or 3 decades ago. How far do we still do that in this country? Telehealth is not something that is new, but it is still new with us. It is still new. Interacting with your patient, doing video conferencing, even in surgery, you can do telehealth. Somebody is right there in the USA and is helping you. I know that institutions like Babcock, I think they do something like that, but I'm not sure of Unimed. Unimed can go that route. Because the world now is a small world. I am a surgeon here. I should be able to live with the surgeon in the US, the surgeon in China, the surgeon in Canada. I'm a nurse here. I should be able to interact with the nurse practitioners in the US, the one in South Africa, the one in the UK, to solve specific problems. And day by day, we acquire knowledge. Nobody is Mr. Know-all. Somebody was talking to me some time ago. I think the person had these medical problems that they found it difficult to diagnose in Nigeria. But this particular person had a friend, unfortunately we lost her, had a friend outside the country who connected her with another physician in that country, and that physician said, tell your doctor to check this part of your body. And when they checked, that was exactly where the problem was. That was exactly where the problem was. We can interact. We can collaborate to solve problems for our people. We can collaborate. And that is what is helping many of these Western nations. They import doctors, they import nurses to their countries to do one thing or the other, get their staff trained, and there they go. Of course, we have automatic IV pumps. I know that we have that. But how many hospitals have that? When I was preparing for this lecture, one of my students, I posted on the student page, I said, look, can you let me know, is there any nurse here where you work, whether you have automatic IV pump? Only one person responded. She works in neonatal intensive care unit. And she said, ma, even the pump is no longer functional. We are not using it again. We are not using it. And that's one of the problems that we have. Maintenance problem. Maintenance problem. Those things that we use a lot of money in dollars to purchase, we allow them to rot away. That's the problem. If what you have rots away, you keep on buying. It's a waste of money and a waste of resources. We should be moving from one level to the other, and moving higher and higher, rather than coming back to repair and destroy the one that we have purchased with a lot of money. These are the things that we can bring into our world to be able to improve the health of our patients. What of the nurse-led clinic? The nurse-led clinic. The nurse-led clinic in the UK, in Canada, in the USA, is a clinic that is led by a specialized nurse. Either a clinical nurse specialist or a nurse practitioner that is trained in specific area, maybe as a nurse practitioner in cardiology, nurse practitioner in diabetes management, nurse practitioner in sickle cell management. And what to do majorly is to get involved in preventive care activities. Diagnose, consult, diagnose, treat, and prescribe. When I was reading some articles some years ago, I read that with the advent of nurse practitioner program in America, the healthcare cost has reduced. Because many of those people with chronic illnesses, they find it very, very convenient and cheaper to visit a nurse-led clinic than going to the 4 walls of an acute care setting, where they pay exorbitantly. Even the HMO prevents their clients visiting a nurse-led clinic. Because what you receive there, it goes beyond treatment. It's also about prevention. It's also about prevention. Yes, you have diabetes. What do I do not to go into, not to have complications? And these are the things we need to be looking at in Nigeria. It's high time we have nurse practitioners. It's high time we have clinical nurse specialists. People that can diagnose, people that can treat, people that can manage. It is not about rivalry here. It's about the health of our people. My health and your health. And you can't say, myself or yourself can be on the hospital bed any time, any moment. And we need these specialists to help us. We need them to help us. It is not about I'm a nurse. It's not about I'm a pharmacist. Neither is it about I'm a laboratory scientist or I'm a doctor. It's about my people must be well. My people in this environment must be well. That should be our song. We need to come up with a policy in Nigeria that will accept nurse-led clinic in this nation, and that will reduce the healthcare cost in our country. Yes, we're talking about innovation. With what I have said, without even showing you these slides, you and I knows that innovation will enhance patient safety. For people that have been using robots, they discovered that when you use robots to collect data, you collect real-time data, and most of the time, the data is usually accurate. There's less human error. Even with the robotic surgery, there's less human error. It's usually adequate. The robot will go straight away to where the problem is and bring it out. Innovation enhances patient safety, reduces your workload. If you are a nurse, you have one robot working with you that can go around patient bedside and take vitals. You remove vital signs taking from your duty. And the work is lessened. The work is lessened. It's only the complicated one you do as human beings. You have a robot that can go here and there, bring laboratory results for you to assess and this and that. Your work is lesser. The burnout is reduced. The workload is reduced. And then with technologies, you have access to healthcare. Look at the AI chatbot right in the bedroom of the man. He doesn't have to travel down, move down to where the hospital is. There's access to it. You have it on your phone. That means you have access to healthcare. There's improvement in efficiency. And there's low healthcare costs. It also promotes evidence-based practice. Because with technology, you're able to collect real-time data. You are able to identify what the problems are. You are able to see how to improve the system, bringing about evidence into your practice. And at the end of the day, you get your patients, you improve your patient care, and you get good outcome for your care. Of course, there's no innovation without challenges. And I'm sure you and I know that. It is our own resistance. My resistance and your resistance. You see, when I entered this hall, I was talking to some of our nurse leaders here, that even in the healthcare system today in Nigeria, we have many nurses with PhD that are working as clinicians. We have many of them with MSc working as clinicians. But we are not making use of the products of their knowledge. The institution gave them time to go and study. Yet you cannot tap from their knowledge to improve your healthcare system. When they come with suggestions, they come with innovations, you shut them down. Oh, are you the only one that will go to the university? And this is how we have been doing it. Is it because you just have your PhD so we will not have peace of mind? No. Let's not be resistant. Of course, limited resources. We know that we are in a developing nation. Some people said underdeveloped. As far as I'm concerned, Nigeria is developed. It's just that our resources, we are not managing them well. If we are managing them well, we are a developed nation. We have the resources for some of these things. We have the resources for research to bring about these technologies. We have the resources. And then regulatory barriers. I want to do this. There's no policy supporting that. I want to do that. No policy support. Okay, now let's develop the policy. Somebody will say, how can a nurse do that? How can a nurse do this one? Which policy? That policy will not see the light of the day. That is what is cleaning our healthcare system. And one thing we should know is that the healthcare industry is a collaborative work. I, as a nurse, I cannot do the work alone. You need a pharmacist to work with. You need a doctor to work with. And we must work together in unison to make our healthcare system to work. We need that collaboration. We need to work together. Our meeting point is our patient. And that patient can be myself, can be yourself, can be your father, can be your daughter, can be your son, can be your grandma. Somebody was giving me a scenario of a doctor that was brought to the emergency. And because of the kind of a person the doctor is, the nurses in the emergency, they remove. And the doctor cried, said, nurses, help me. It's me. Please help me. And I said, do we have to get to that level? It's me. Please help me. It's my daughter. And they were like, so now it's your turn. But we don't have to get to that level before we take care of ourselves. Nurses, I'm rounding off in 1 minute. Nurses as innovators, I can be innovators, you can be innovators. Stay curious. What is that traditional ways of doing things that you have been thinking, this bed bath we are doing, can't we do, isn't there a better way of doing this bed bath? Stay curious. Rethink the traditional ways. Let's have the speaking up culture. And when the younger ones speak, nursing elders, don't shut them down. Let them speak. Let them give you proper solutions. Let them give you suggestions. Nobody is an island of knowledge. We are all here, we are learning day by day. Even professors don't know everything. Attend international conferences. You will be able to know what is happening in other climes, and you will bring that knowledge back to us. Let's diversify in our specialty. I have been thinking about it, especially for those of us running degree program for our students. I am of the opinion that enough of RN is basic, quite all right. Enough of RM, RPHN. In our university, can't we have our mental health? Can't you expose your students to penetrative nursing before they graduate? Can't you expose your students to pediatric nursing before they graduate? Let's diversify. It's diversity that will bring about this quality and, this improved healthcare system we are talking about. Let not all of us face midwifery and public health squarely, either you like it or not. Let's bring about those other specialized areas. Cardiology nursing, let's bring them into our BNSC program so that these students can, decide what exactly they want. Many of them don't like this midwifery and public health we are doing, but they have no choice than to do it because there are no alternatives. So let's diversify. And don't forget, education is the bedrock of innovation and technology. Your first degree today is a school cert. It's SSC. So move higher. Go for your MSc. Go for your doctoral nursing. Go for your PhD. Because that is the basis for innovation. In conclusion, bringing technologies and innovation to healthcare to improve patient outcome is my own responsibility and yours to be counted. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma. Please, a round of applause for her. At times when we are talking behind, there's something we say that there are professors and there are professors. For some of us, we have classified professors into two. There are analog professors, there are digital professors. Also, in another balance, we still classify them as rural professors and international professors. And if you are to classify Professor Ogunfowokun, even without saying anything, which class does she belong to? The way she went about the keynote was indeed very special, also reinforcing the fact that nurses are special. Okay? The way she highlighted the various digital technologies that you can adopt that are already being used all over the world, talking about robotics, talking about apps, talking about so many technologies that we can actually explore in this part of the world. She didn't limit her talk to that. She also highlighted the benefits of embracing such technologies. And like an international person she is, she let us realize, as beneficial as they can be, there could also be some challenges along the line. And I love the way she concluded, telling us that if it is going to be, it is up to you and it is up to me. That is the way. That is a lecture capable of stimulating us to think outside the box and come up with a lot of innovative ways of doing things. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please once again, let's appreciate Professor Ogunfowokun for that beautiful keynote. Now, what we will do now is we just need to do some modifications and adjustments here and there. Okay? There are certain things omitted earlier on. In the next 3-4 minutes, we are going to close this opening session. And I will be calling on the Dean of the faculty to give a vote of thanks for this particular session. Innovation requires disruption. We are trying to disrupt some of these things. I'm still going to bring back the acting vice chancellor. At times, some of these things we call innovations, there could be mistakes, there could be omissions, and later you see it. Go and read the story of television, how television came about, what happened, that today we watch television. It was an error on the part of somebody that led to that. A round of applause for the team.
The acting vice chancellor in absentia, ably represented by Professor Wasiu Adebimpe. I want to sincerely use this opportunity to give the vote of thanks on this session by appreciating all that are here present. Our vice chancellor, who was absent but sent a solid representation in person of Professor Wasiu Adebimpe, and who also wear the second cap of our DVC, Professor Rosangela. I want to appreciate him for taking up this responsibility. God bless you, sir. Then all the principal officers here present, all the professors here present, all the guest speaker present, then the keynote speaker, Professor Adeshola Ogunfowokun. I want to sincerely appreciate you. She is a catalyst behind this conference. God bless you, sir. And God bless you, ma'am, for honoring our invitation and for standing behind, for supporting the Faculty of Nursing. Thank you. I want to appreciate you. Sincerely, I want to say I give you a very solid place in my heart because you have been a very good support for us. God bless you. Thank you. Yes. Then I want the Director of Nursing Services, Ministry of Health. You are appreciated for coming. Our Director of Unimed TH, Mrs. Ajetumobi, you are welcome. Thank you for coming and for gracing this occasion and for being one of the speakers in this conference. Thank you, ma, for coming. I want to say sincerely that the keynote speaker had already thrown the ball into our courts. It is a challenging speech for every one of us. Every one of us are challenged by this topic. She did a very justice to the topic, which is the innovation in patient care, exploring new technologies and strategies for improving patient care. Thank you, ma. God bless you. Then, I want you to, it's not just about hearing this, but it's about getting challenged and taking a step ahead to ensure that we really bring the needed innovation into this profession that we are in, nursing, so that the future that we are heading to can be better than where we are coming from. I want to welcome our honorable Mrs. Patience Adamolekun. I know she was behind the schedule coming. It's not out of her, she's not the type, but she was walking behind for this conference, and that's why she was here. She came here late. You are welcome, ma'am. God bless you. And okay, Dr. Rotimi Wilson, I want to welcome you for gracing this occasion with us. God bless every one of us. All our lecturers, I want to say thank you for making today possible, for being the support. Then I won't finish this fourth of times without giving honor to whom honor is due. Our pioneer dean, Professor Abimbola Oluwatosi. She is a mother. She is a mother, and I will say she is a mother. God bless you for the support. Thank you for gracing this occasion. Thank you, God. All the students, the postgraduate students, and the undergraduate students, I know that you have. Is it a waste of time to be here? This conference is for every one of us. Please borrow from what we are going to say. God bless you for coming. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please a round of applause for the dean.
Sorry, sir. I want to use this medium to appreciate the LOC, the Local Organizing Committee, who has done justice to this conference and for making this conference a reality today. God will bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ma. Right now, if you check the program, there are some announcements I need to quickly make. Immediately after this opening ceremony, the people on the high table, and possibly few of us, will go out there, we take group photograph. Because if you say this number, but we can do it in batches anyway, all of us are part. We'll take group photograph outside. As soon as that is done, we will reconvene for the technical sessions. I repeat, immediately after this opening ceremony, we'll go out there for group photograph, after which we reconvene to start the technical session. Like I said, today's opening ceremony has been about disruptions. Disruption and innovation are related. The acting vice chancellor left something out when he was talking, probably because of all the beautiful faces here, and he's the only man sandwiched amidst 5 women. That alone can make one to forget what one wants to do. You may think I'm joking, no, it's the truth. It's the truth. And I want to respectfully call the acting vice chancellor back to do formal opening declaration of this program. He needs to declare it open so that we have something we are building on. That will be the foundation upon which we are going to put the superstructure. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please welcome again Professor Adebiunpe.
PRO, I said it earlier. I am almost always among nurses. I said it, yes or no? Thank you very much. Please, when you look at the program with you, the booklet, when you look at the caliber of the abstract that will be presented during the technical session, let me tell you, if you are not there, you are nowhere. please, everybody wait and make sure that you are part of the abstract session, technical session today and also tomorrow. On behalf of the Vice Chancellor of this university, Professor Adolphus Odogun Loto, I hereby declare this Faculty of Nursing Conference open. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with the formal opening declaration of the conference and with all the activities we have observed in the course of this opening ceremony, whatever has a beginning must surely have an end. We have come to the end of the opening ceremony, and please do not forget the announcement. We'll go out after we close this session formally, and we'll reconvene immediately after the group photograph. I've been your anchor for the past 1.5 hours. My name is Isaac Oluyi. I am the university PRO. May I crave your indulgence to please stand as we close this opening ceremony with UNIMED anthem.
In room to pursue excellence for research that we've cared to all to achieve the best in health sciences, build a nation, change the world, touching lives and making impact in the nation is our goal. Touching lives and making impact is how we will grow. UNIMED, UNIMED, giving all for a better tomorrow. UNIMED, UNIMED, that's our health for a greater nation. Pathway to a healthy nation, frontiers in medical innovation, and a benchmark in health education. Step by step in one accord, touching lives and making impact in the nation is our goal. Touching lives and making impact is how we will grow.